trip. Now that we aware of revolutionary wisdom, use it when you're older. Metamorph a mind, do it all the time, standing on divine shoulders. Living for the non-motion, positive energy waves. Spirituality here for humanity, fuck what the enemy say. Motivated in heavenly ways. You know Babylon petty these days. As a messenger, gotta be brave. For the record, we heavily played. Using the power to empower people should just be a regular thing. White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Get up poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that. Yeah, that, all that. White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Get up poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that. That.
Give me love in the place I sit. I'm a king in the ring I get. More from the hieroglyphs. Unk in my eye, I'm fit. Never dealing with the feeling nonsense. Living and I'm never giving in. When I'm dealing with the wickedness of men, gotta move like I'm smooth with the wind. Many times we lose, we win. Got no time for the losing sin. We pack the house, we great. In the name of Ra, we pray. Give me love in the room that's dark. Give me love from the roof that's hard. Unk in my eye, we fit. Never dealing with the feeling nonsense.
White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Get up poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that. Yeah, that, all that. White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Get up poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that. That.
Nappy head, dirty t-shirt, wore sneakers till my feet hurt. Down bottom, yeah, I'm from the dirt. Trapped in how society work. Known criminals at the day of birth. How they label me, it never fazed me. Brush it off, keep it pushing up. For the people who I do it for. Out the trenches where we push it for. So the time now when we on go. Black matter, so I start glow. Hair wool with a penny tone. God like with the melanin flow. Mind right, never steer me wrong. God like with the melanin flow. Mind right, never steer me wrong.
White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Get up poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that. Yeah, that, yeah, all that. White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Get up poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that.
Hey, how are y'all doing this evening? This is AMPspirationTTV, and I am your host, the Plump Queen. Well, it is Wednesday, Woden's Day, the middle of the week, and of course, I appreciate you guys giving me your time and your energy. Make sure you guys hit that share button, share, because you know we have to make Inspiration go viral, and make sure you go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you can get all of this inspiration anytime, all day, and you can never, ever miss it. All right? So, today is a topic that I personally can relate to. It has been a big controversy I've been seeing all over social media about this artist named LIZZO. She is plus size. She's an R&B artist, and she's a plus size woman. And there have been some controversies about her, you know what I'm saying, like I said, in the media. And as someone who has grown up as a big girl pretty much her whole life, I definitely have some experience this, and I feel like my perspective is very merited. So that's why we're going to talk about it, okay? So we're going to start off with my mentor. I did a video about this earlier, and everything that he said, I 1000% agreed with. From what I saw and from what he said, that LIZZO went to the Lakers game and she was dressed very inappropriately. From the picture that I saw, she pretty much had on this thong, and her whole ass, you know what I'm saying, was out there for everyone to see. Okay? So, that was definitely a bad move. Now, according to what has been said, she went on social media and started being emotional about it, and she felt some type of way about what people were saying about her. And now there's these other allegations about her trying to quit music now, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So 1000% she made the bad choice, you know what I'm saying, of dressing that way at that particular event. That was not appropriate. You know what I'm saying? That was not her concert. That was a basketball game where it's very family friendly. Okay? So no, you should not be dressed with your ass out at a family friendly event. Okay? But what I really want to talk about is the mindset behind this. Okay? Again, Lizzo was 1,000% wrong. But I'm gonna show you guys, or at least explain to you guys, you know what I'm saying, the perspective of where she's probably coming from and how society, you know, plays on that. Because like I said, I've been a big girl my whole life. I'm from New York City. Okay? Now, things might be different in 2019 and 2020, but when I was growing up, being a big girl was not the thing. We were not considered attractive. We were not what, you know what I'm saying, what was pushed in media, on TV. When I grew up, I did not see any sisters or any women, period. You know what I'm saying? That was my size. That was, you know what I'm saying, advertising anything or being deemed beautiful. Okay? Yes, my mama told me that I was beautiful and I understood that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, just like everybody, I wanted to be attractive to the opposite sex. I wanted a boy, you know what I'm saying? I wanted a boy to like me. You know what I'm saying? For me. But that wasn't the case growing up. Now, as an adult, I have learned, you know what I'm saying, to appreciate, you know what I'm saying, how that went. But there are a lot of people who, again, don't have my perspective on life. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of little girls, you know what I'm saying, out there that don't have the same confidence and, you know what I'm saying, have the same things that were instilled in me. Okay, so Lizzo, you know what I'm saying, is now this big superstar, you know what I'm saying, and she has now the representation of big women. Whether she wanted to do that or not, she has now been made the face of big women and their beauty. Now the issue is society has taught us that beauty and sex, you know what I'm saying, are synonymous with each other, and they're not. That is the issue. Us big girls now, this whole BBW, you know what I'm saying, movement that's going on, I understand that we're trying, you know what I'm saying, to tell the world that we love ourselves and, you know what I'm saying, that we're confident in who we are, but you don't have to be overly sexual to do that. That is the misconception. That being sexy, the only way that we can show our sexiness is if we have our clothes off. I understand that sex sells, you know what I'm saying, but that's not cool. That's not a good image. My BBW sisters, you don't have to take your clothes off and show your ass and your titties to compete with smaller women. That is not how you show how sexy you are. Right before I started AMPspirationTTV, I was a part of a BBW group out here where I live. Now, my perspective of it is, again, we, a bunch of big men, big women getting together, loving up on each other, and starting this movement, you know what I'm saying, about self-love. That's why I entered it. Also, they was talking about, teaching us how to be models and things of that nature. Like I said, growing up as a big girl, never thought in a million years that I can be a model, because that's not what they promoted. So this particular situation, I felt great about. Like, okay, I get, I'm saying, I'm a part of a group with a whole bunch of people who are, talking about self-love and image, and, I'm saying, I get to learn how, I'm saying, to be a model and things of that nature. I thought it was bomb. But the fact of the matter is what came about it is pretty much it was just a group of men and women who were trying to pretty much sleep with each other. Is really what it came down to. Everything, I'm saying, even now, I believe there are some people who still have a sidebar group. If you look at all of the BBW groups that are out there on social media, they are all sexually orientated. It's all about show me, show me a picture of yourself with your big titties, show me this, show me that. And this is supposed to be, men, giving, showing us love and showing that they are attracted to us and that they love us. But it's only on a sexual, level. A lot of problems came out of that group because everything was just about sex. Sex does not equal love at all. We have to stop putting it out there that you have to have this sex thing going on for you to show how attractive you are, to be beautiful. That's not what this is about, but this is what we're taught. I feel bad for Lizzo because she is trying, you know what I'm saying, to break out in the society. And this is why I tell y'all that we need to have our own shit. Because she's trying to break into this music industry. And to be quite honest, in the music industry, sex sells, whether you're skinny or not. So she's trying to do what she feels she needs to do, you know what I'm saying, to catapult her career. And it's now backfiring on her. And she has to deal with that personally. It's sad. Again, like I said, I know she made a very bad choice at doing that, but you have to understand what, you know what I'm saying, what her environment is. We have now put this on her shoulders. She has to be the full representation of a whole group of people who honestly have confident issues. She's now supposed to be the face of that. And it's not fair. We need to change, you know what I'm saying, how the society, you know what I'm saying, looks at beauty. We need to stop telling women that they have to be sexualized in order for you fellas to like them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, this is not a male bashing session, but fellas, women do all of this stuff to themselves and do all of this to attract you. Now, I know a lot of brothers say, we would prefer not, no makeup. We prefer these things, but you're not bagging us though. You can say that all day. It's real easy to type that, you know what I'm saying, in a post. But in reality, that's not what y'all are doing. Like I said, growing up, I was not that girl. I have a lot of brothers because I wasn't the girl that they were attracted to. Again, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? As an adult, I appreciate the respect that I get from men. I feel like everything happens the way it's supposed to. That's why I feel like I was a big girl. I feel like my life was set up that way so I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, be overly into boys or into men because they weren't so much into me. As teenagers and kids, we're very impressionable. I've avoided a lot of things. I probably would have got into a whole lot of different situations if I was that girl. So by no means am I, upset about that. But again, growing up, I wasn't her. I definitely, grew up thinking that, I may not have somebody. Even after I lost my arm, it was something I had to deal with. Because I felt like, well, shit, I couldn't find a man before I lost my arm. Now that I have lost my arm, now, you see what I'm saying? So this image that this society puts out, we have to change that. This is why it's so important that we control our own narratives. Because that is not sexy. That is not self-love. Lizzo does not love herself. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of you, again, y'all don't love yourselves either. Y'all are using this girl, to big yourselves up. And now she has to go through all of this ridicule. Trying, to prove that she loves herself. You don't have to prove that. You don't have to do things like that to prove that. All you have to do is just be. But this is not what we teach our girls. And society is not going to do it. We already know this. They have their agenda. We know this, so we have to have our own agenda. We need to start teaching our daughters different, teaching our sons. Let me flip that over. We need to start teaching our sons differently. We teach. It doesn't make sense to me how relationships are based on two people. If we're going to talk, heterosexual relationships. It's supposed to be a man and a woman. But you teach men one thing and you teach women something else. Do you see how that relationship is not going to work? Just like my hand is, you know what I'm saying, this hand is bigger and longer than this one. It's not equal. You teach men, you know what I'm saying, that you're supposed to chase women. You know what I'm saying? Sex is a sport. You know what I mean? That's what you teach boys. It's okay for them to do certain things. Women, not so much. Some of those double standards are not healthy, and this is why we don't have healthy relationships. You can't teach two sides of the same situation different and thinking that that's going to coincide. It doesn't. This is why we have issues. So we have to do better. Society is going to do what they do. We have to do better. You have to teach your children better. You have to set better examples. Fellas, you can't sit there and tell your daughter that she needs to love herself and this is that and the third, but the women that you deal with look nothing like her. Ladies, you can't tell your daughter to love herself for who she is if you make yourself up all day, every day. How you going to tell your daughter to love her hair when you get a weave? How you going to tell your daughter to love her body if you getting breast implants and butt shots and, you know what I'm saying, and doing all types of crazy stuff to look like people on TV? How do you expect your daughter? Children do not do what you say, they do what you show them. The way I am is because my mom set a certain example. Now, as I got older, again, like I said, growing up, I didn't feel like I was sexy. I wasn't supposed to do that. So when I became an adult, I tried to dibble and dabble in it a little bit. I actually posted an old picture of myself 2 years ago in my story. I had just cut my hair and I colored it really bright red. And like I said, I was in that little BBW group, so they kind of got me feeling myself a little bit. So I started taking pictures of myself. I took some pictures while I was in the shower, nothing extra. You ain't gonna see my stuff here. We don't do all of that. I'm not Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? But I absolutely ventured into doing that because growing up, I was taught that I wasn't allowed. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not supposed to wear certain things. I'm not supposed to look like this because I'm too big, because my body is not good enough. So I tried, you know what I'm saying? As I got older, I little dibble dabbling a little bit. So I understand where Lizzo is coming from, where a lot of women are coming from. Because again, we're not taught, you know what I'm saying, that who we are is attractive. That we have to go through all these hoops and things for us to be sexy to you. Like there were a lot of girls, a lot of big girls in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, who were sexually active. So some people say, well, no, maybe that was just you. But no, here's the reality of that. A lot of those girls were loose. That's what it was. Had I been giving it up, oh, trust me, I'd have been that girl too if I was giving it up. But I wasn't. So therefore, I wasn't that girl. There were definitely girls bigger than me, but because they were giving it up, that's why they got the attention, you know what I'm saying, that they got. That's why they had you know what I'm saying, they had a whole lot of relationships or whatever, simply because they were willing to give up their bodies. And I'm not trying to bash them or say anything that they, like I said, we young and dumb. And look, you know what I'm saying, and trying our best, you know what I'm saying, to fit in and to be attractive. Now, they were willing to do, you know what I'm saying, to do extra to get that attention. And there are a lot of our little girls who are doing that right now. There are a lot of little girls right now looking at Lizzo and thinking that that's what they need to do to get shown some love. That's a problem. It's a huge problem. And it starts, honestly, with us as a community. As adults, the choices that we make and the things that we put around our children. The choices that we make with having children. It's not fair to these little kids. Now, you want to go into health, that's a whole nother situation. That's one thing that can be done. Feeding your children the right things, changing your diet. If you would live a healthy life, these are things you wouldn't have to worry about. I see, and I know a lot of big girls, may feel some type of way about that. But it's the truth. Be healthy. If you be healthy, if you care more about your health, you focused on your health, you will look your best. It won't matter, how big or small you are at the time. Your health, loving yourself, understanding what your value truly is. You are more than your body. And this goes for skinny or fit women as well. We are more than our bodies. To be quite honest, your body is supposed to be the vessel to give life. All that extra shit, is not important. That's what your body is made to do, to give life. That's why it's able to expand and grow and move and do all of that. Focus on what's in here and in here. Ladies, that is what a real man, a person that's for you, is going to care about, not your body. LIZZO is talented. I've listened to this girl play piano and sing at the same time. She plays the flute. The girl is talented. She does not need to show her ass to make money. What's that white girl name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The girl from Britain, from London, and she made a couple of albums. What is this girl's name? I can't think of this girl's name, but she's a plus size white woman. The girl doesn't even perform, okay? She stands at the mic and she sings, and don't get me wrong, the girl can sing. Adele, that's her name. Adele. Plus size, but she's a white girl. Has a very soulful voice. I have never seen that girl with even short sleeves on. She don't dance, twerk, none of that. She stands there at the mic and she sings her ballads. And she's making money. She's getting awards. She's doing better than some of the soul singers out here. She's not taking off her clothes. She's not walking around in thongs. She barely shows cleavage. Big girl. And she's successful. Why does LIZZO have to walk around half-ass naked to be successful? When she sings just as good as Adele, and probably more talented, because I haven't seen Adele, play instruments. I have seen LIZZO play the piano. I have seen her play the flute. So not only is she a singer, she's a true musician. Why does she feel that she has to do that? No one's pushing Adele at all. We have to change that. White folk are allowed to be who they are, do what they do, no matter what. If they folks like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Some reason we have to always come out of do all this extraness and be in the image of what these folks want us to be instead of just being ourselves. Big girls, you do not have to show off your ass to be attractive and to be, and to be loved. You need to love yourself. I promise you, self-love is everything. Everything. If LIZZO cared about herself enough, she wouldn't have to do all that. And as a matter of fact, if she really was confident in what she did, because from what I was hearing, she was saying how she was upset. At first they were saying she was upset, then she's saying that she wasn't. She was crying, saying that there were tears of joy and all this other stuff. She was very bothered by what was said. Because when you're truly confident in who you are and what you do, you give no fucks about what anybody has to say. You're just going to go on and do it, and there's no response to be made. When I am unbothered by something, it gets no response. It gets no energy. But when something bothers you, you're going to say something. When things bother me, I'm a very emotional person. Y'all already know. When I'm feeling some type of way, I'm going to say something. So this is clear that she is not as confident as this her, pretty much her career is trying to make it seem as she is. This image that she is being made to put out there is false. And you can see that. That's a whole problem. Ladies, it's really simple. Being a big girl is not, size isn't an issue. It's not about size. It's about your health. That's what it's about at the end of the day. Most of us are big, who are overweight, obese, or whatever you want to call it. It is based off an unhealthy diet. That is a fact. This has nothing to do with you better than this person or that person's better than you. Most of us in our community, grew up, either in southern, food and fast food and all of that stuff. That stuff is not good for you, and this is why we are the size that we are. This is why we are the way we are. If you change your diet, you will change. You don't have to go through this, ridiculous, I saw this movie, it's called, Monique was starring in it. It's called Fat Girls, as a matter of fact. If you haven't seen that movie, you should watch it. It's pretty much Monique, she's a big woman, always been a big woman. She pretty much made her brand off of, a brand of comedy off of being big. So, long story short, she was, dealing with this very same issue, wanting to find love, but because she's so big and she won't, can't lose the weight, she couldn't find it. But then her and her friend go to Africa, to go to Nigeria and meet this man, this African man. And in the motherland, they like meat. Well, not meat, most, at least on the body. They vegetarians out there. But you know what I'm trying to say. They like big girls. So she finally found a man, that was interested in her, for who she was. But she had, issues with that. She wasn't used to having someone loving her or giving her attention. So she almost fucked it up. Because she didn't understand, she couldn't believe that this man actually was attracted to her, because her whole 30 some odd years on earth, no one ever tried, she could never find anybody. And this is a very sad thing, that a lot of us are walking around feeling that way. We have to understand, again, love of self. When you truly love who you are, you will attract the person that is for you. I am a living proof of that. Like I said, I absolutely did not think that I was going to find a man that would take me seriously in a romantic sense. Absolutely thought that. Especially after I lost my arm. But I thought to myself, well, even if that is the case, if they don't fuck with me, I fuck with me. That's what I had in my mind. I told myself that, I've said this before, I would trying to be sexy and all that other stuff. I told myself, I'm not going to wait until I get a man, to do things for myself to make me feel sexy. I did all of that. I was prepared to do all of that for the rest of my life. Was very much prepared for it. Well, because I was okay with me, I attracted somebody that loves me. One arm, 260 pounds. I had a big fro back then. Bagged him, tagged him. 10 years later, ain't going nowhere. And it's based off of how I feel about myself. I don't have to change anything about me. I cut my hair. My king does not like short hair on women. Had he met me with short hair, he probably wouldn't have said nothing to me. He does not like these septum things. Can't stand them. Hates them, as a matter of fact. But he loves me. So I don't care what I do to myself. I don't care if I go bald, literal bald. Doesn't matter what I do. Because his love for me has nothing to do with this outside. This is just the icing. This is just icing. Who I am in here and up here, that's the cake. That's what he values. That's what keeps him here. Not this. We need to understand that, ladies. So all my BBW women, understand that. Love has nothing to do with your physicality. I understand that this is what you see. I understand that you see all the little skinny girls with the weaves and all that. You see this is who men are trying to be with. You see that they're always, going to them. I understand. And I know it's very discouraging. But what you don't understand is that that's your universe saving you, whether you want to look at it that way or not. I have avoided so many issues simply because certain type of man didn't find me attractive. That was a blessing. There are men who find me attractive, but because they know they not good, or they not about to do me, being fat, one arm, all that stuff, it pushes them away. It's just like they don't even want to deal. Why would you even want to be with somebody, that doesn't like you for you? I keep telling y'all, relationships, everybody want to get married and all that stuff. Marriage is forever. At least that's what it's supposed to be. Forever. So how you supposed to make it to forever if the person don't like who you are? Don't you know in forever they're going to see you at your worst? They're going to see you when you wake up, when your coals in your eye, when your breath is hot like Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean? When you get old and and your bladder don't work no more, or it's malfunctioning and whatnot. How you going to deal with that? Titties don't sit up forever. What's going to happen? How are you going to make it to forever based off this, when there's a guarantee that this is going to change? How can you make it to forever if it's based on that? That's why I don't understand about women who, they just put on it. Like, I notice some women who wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, just to put on their face and all this stuff so they can wake up and a man can see them like that. The fuck? Why would you want to be with somebody that's a requirement? How is this person, what if you get sick? Get cancer? Lose an arm? How's that supposed to work out? If you don't look like, what I'm saying, like this image that you've been putting on your whole relationship. What happens when you can't do all of that? Why would you want to be with somebody that's based, your relationship is based on that? Why would you want that? You have to think. Self-love. There's a lot of us who do not love ourselves. I don't care if you walk around calling yourself a bad bitch and, got an attitude and I got my nails done and I got this job. And that's not confidence. That's not confidence. Real confidence doesn't need to be spoken. It just is. I don't walk around telling people that I'm confident in myself. But when you see me walk, you know. I walk and take the bus, to certain places to get where I need to go and handle my business. depending on who you ask, you know what I'm saying, that's a broke thing. Like, you got people where I'm from, well, where I'm at, you should have a car kind of thing. So anyone can look at me walking and make plenty of assumptions about the type of life that I live. But when they see me walking, I got the strut of your life. Can't help it. I've tried several times to stop it, but it just is what it is. That's how I walk. I know who I am. I don't need to drive no car. I don't need to have a whole bunch of money. I don't have to have $1 million house. I don't have to have none of that shit. But when you see me, you're walking in the presence of royalty. That's how I see myself, and that's how I present myself in the most humblest way ever. That's how you have to see yourself. I know women who are in way better situations than I am. Financially, physically, all of that. Definitely in a better position than I am. Definitely, depending on who you ask, a better catch. But I have more confidence than they will ever have. And that bugs the hell out of me. You should see yourself at all times as your greatest. You are the prize. You should always feel that way. I don't care what your size is. That's how you're supposed to see yourself. And if your body or whatever it is about you is not up to par, then you do something about it. Don't complain and cry and do all that. Do something about it. If you don't like your weight, lose it. It's that simple. Discipline yourself. No, you don't want the you're not going to go to Popeyes and get the chicken sandwich. Yes, I'm going to drink water instead of soda. It's really that simple. It's about discipline. You can have any type of body that you want. It's about discipline. Yes, Stacey, I understand that LIZZO was out of order. That's what I had said earlier. But I'm talking about the mentality of it. You know what I'm saying? She was out of order, but you have to understand where her mindset is. You know what I'm saying? Her fans done put her on this pedestal. She is now the face of BBWs. She is now supposed to be, the poster child for our confidence. That's a lot. That is a lot. And we are taught since we are children that that's what we need to do in order to get attention from the opposite sex. That's what we're taught. Something I had to learn. Not everybody is as strong as me. Because like I said, I felt the same way, but I decided to do something different. But that's just me. And see, this is what I'm saying, Stacey. See, you really and that's another thing. So you liked her, you liked her music, right? Her talent hasn't changed. She's still a great singer. You know what I'm saying? But now you don't like her because she decided to make a statement, something, that she has been programmed to feel that she needs to do in order to continue to grow in her career. This has now become her brand. So I feel like, instead of ridiculing her, someone needs to talk to her. She needs different people around her, is what I feel. My perspective. She was dead ass wrong. That's why she got what she got. Karma is real. The energy you put out in the universe is the energy you get back. No one is exempt from that. Don't care who you are, how great of a person you are or not. What you put out is what you get back. Yeah, she's a great artist, but she messed up her image. Well, see, this is the thing, Stacey. The fact her image is messed up because she's trying to build an image in an industry that has nothing to do with her real image. See, we need to make a space for our artists, for our people to be cool with their real image. We don't have that. Would y'all have liked Lizzo, you know what I'm saying, if she was just a quiet mouse, you know what I'm saying? Would she have really blown up if she wasn't being all brazen with her ass out and all that stuff? Let's keep it real. Would all these BBW women be, you know, fighting for her and all that stuff if she wasn't doing what they wish they could do? I'm just saying. This shit is deeper than that game, cousin. That wasn't nothing. You just popped in. Like I said, she was wrong for showing up to a family event, an event that, you know what I'm saying, that is family friendly. Dressed like that. Absolutely inappropriate. That's why she got the ridicule she got. But it's deeper than that. The fact that she didn't know or feel that that was inappropriate. I'm not gonna sit here and think that this girl is just an idiot. I'm sure she knows it's not appropriate to go to a family, if you go to a family barbecue with your ass out. I'm sure she knows better than that. But again, she's an artist now. And now this whole hyperly BBW sexual thing is now supposed to be her brand. Well, that's great, Stacey. I that's interesting that you didn't know that. But she is. And that's where most of her fans is why they like her. Because she's a big girl and she's out here flaunting her body. And most BBW women see that as confidence. Oh, she's bold. I would never do that. I would never, you know what I'm saying, wear that outfit. I could never do that. That's how most of her fans think. So now they're idolizing her and buying her music and making her famous off of this image. And I see a lot of y'all making comments. See, it's real easy to say what's wrong and what's right when you don't deal with that type of psychology. Real easy for you to say what you wouldn't do and what's inappropriate and what shouldn't be done when you don't have that type of mentality, when you don't have to deal with certain things. Again, she was dead wrong. That's why she got what she got. But how do you fix that, though? How do you fix that mentality? Maybe if you guys didn't just buy sex, she wouldn't do stuff like that. Most of these artists, they do that because that's what y'all buy. Sex, drugs, and money. That's what sells. So that's why they do it. So if anything, we all should be held accountable for that. Because they're doing what they feel that they need to do so they can make money. And y'all are giving them your money for that sex, them drugs, and that alcohol. And you only trip out when it makes you uncomfortable. Because y'all kids was at that game. So now you're uncomfortable. Right? That's not fair. That's not fair at all. Y'all support that stuff. So that's why it continues to be done. Stop supporting that shit. There's a little, you know what I'm saying, this is off topic but on topic. That dude Juice WRLD, that young boy that just died off of, you know what I'm saying, off of lean and all that. He said that the reason why he did that is because his idol Future, all he talks about is popping pills, popping Molly, and all this other jazz and drinking lean. That's all this man raps about. So this boy grew up listening to him, getting in the game, and thinking that that's what he was supposed to do. The people that he looked up to made it sound so good that he had to try it. He's dead now. And all Future's saying is, my bad. But that man still gonna sit there and talk about popping mollies and all that stuff to make money. That shit's not fair. It's not fair at all. So if you want these things to change, you have to change, you know what I'm saying, how you spend your money. Why don't we start supporting artists, you know what I'm saying, who are fully clothed? What about those neo-soul artists who don't walk around with their ass out and things of that nature? Y'all won't buy they shit. Y'all don't stream they shit. So what you expect these folks to do? We gonna talk. Let's talk. We all got a little blame in there. So again, Lizzo was wrong for showing up to the Lakers game with a thong on and her ass out. Absolutely, 1,000%. But we as a society is also wrong for making that girl think that that's what she needs to do to make splashes and to get her career continuing to catapult. Exactly, Stacy. And see, this is where parents, this is where you guys come in. Stacy Green just says, that's a shame because Future is a vegan living a great lifestyle. I bet you that man don't even take drugs. But he's teaching your kids and telling your kids to do that. And you're buying them tickets. You're buying those albums, all their paraphernalia, whatever it is that they got going on. You are helping your children listen to that. While they're out there living a completely different life than what they're telling your kids. We have to start making them responsible. You got to get more in tune with what your kids got going on. I understand you got to work. I understand you got shit to do. But your children's lives and what they are learning is important. They are the future. Literally. Think about that. There was this, I posted something a little while ago. I believe her name is AMPspirationTTV. I believe it's her Instagram name. She did a 10-minute video and she's written a book about this particular subject, you know, about the sexual exploitation of women and, you know what I'm saying, figuring out your mind, you know what I'm saying, and your body. I'm going to do my due diligence to get her on here so she can speak about, you know, her perspective and what she has in her books. You know what I'm saying? But she was speaking about this, and you should definitely check it out after this live. You know what I'm saying? But she was asking the question about what does our future look like? You know what I'm saying? With all of this quote-unquote sexual freedom. And this is something that I talked about before, but I may have to go into a little bit of depth, like that slut walk situation. The whole thing that Amber Rose had popping off a couple of years ago. Y'all are misconstruing, you know what I'm saying, your right to expression, you know what I'm saying, with this fuckery. I'm going to say it. I've been real, you know what I'm saying, I try really hard, you know, not to ruffle feathers in certain areas and try not to, you know what I'm saying, stop people from feeling the way they want to feel. But certain things is right and wrong is wrong. Why would you ever in your life as a respectable woman want to be considered a slut in any form or fashion? Why would you want to use that word to describe yourself and call that empowerment? How? What logic can you possibly bring me to make me understand that? A slut? Why would you want to be that? Women, ladies, why do you want to be just frivolous with your body? Why do you have to have the right to do that? How does that help you in your life? How does that help you become equal to men? How? How is that important for you to be able to have sex with as many people as you possibly can? How is that, you know what I'm saying, such a right that is needed to have? How? Why? Don't get me wrong. No one's telling you not to be an adult and be sexy for your man. And you can be the most disgusting, pornographic individual you want for your man. No one's saying not to do that. I ain't gonna tell y'all my business, but my king is straight. But I don't need to do all of that in public with everybody. That's not for everybody. Your body is not for everybody. Your body is priceless. There is no amount of bread on this earth that is as value as your body. Why do you want to empower yourself that way? How about educating yourself? Again, self-love. Why isn't that important? I'm actually really asking this. I would like somebody to answer that if they have a perspective on that. Why is that now being, being sexual is equal to women's empowerment? That's not empowering us at all. It's degrading us. You should not want to do anything that will make you considered a slut, whore, whatever. And I'm not saying that men have the right to touch you or do this and that, because no, they don't. But you don't have the right to just walk around. Why would you have your ass up? What do you expect? That's just like gangbanging. Gangbanging is wrong, right? It's not cool that I can't wear the color blue in certain areas, or I can't wear the color red in certain areas. That's not right. That's not societally right. I should be able to walk wherever it is I want to walk, and I should be able to wear whatever color I want to wear, right? But do you think I'm about to go to Cali and Compton or whichever one of those places are because it's my right to wear this red? You think I'm going to walk in a Crip, in a Crip neighborhood, talk about it's my right? Hell no. That's not smart. It's not smart at all. So why would you think that it's okay to walk around with your ass out, your titties out, you pretty much wearing a bra and panties, and then you get upset because you get that type of attention? You're not supposed to say anything to me. Yes, I am. Your ass is out. That's not normal. That's not normal. Men are physical creatures. You know that. That's just like you're in the jungle and lions, eat, they care about blood, so you're gonna cut yourself. That shit just don't make no sense. Just to say that you have the right to do something. How does that truly empower you? How? Y'all can't even get a president and, to give a fuck about this country. But you worrying about the right to be a slut? We gotta do better. Because this is what you're teaching your daughters. And then you expect them to grow up, and be respectable women. You expect men to, to respect them and someone to marry them and, take care. You expect all of these things, but you're not setting them up for that. Do you want your son to be with a slut? That's what you want? We got to do better. We have to set real standards for ourselves. Man, we are the mothers of this earth. We gave birth to this earth. Our ass and our titties and any of our body parts is not for public consumption. That is for an individual that you choose, that is worthy to behold that. That's what that is for. For the person who is going to plant their seed in you. That's what that is for. Not the community. Yeah, we want unity, but not that way. We have to do better. We talk all this shit about these kids. We complain about what they do and how they act and how disrespectful they are. And they don't have any values. That's because we didn't instill that shit in them. They're kids. Anything you learned, all those things that, all that respect we got, we were taught that. Our parents instilled that in us. Even we got our issues, but there were certain things instilled in us. There were certain things that I could not do. When I was a kid, my mama used to pick my clothes all the way up until I was 12 years old. I hated that. By the time I was 10, I had my own little identity. I wanted to do little things. She was not having it. She picked my outfits all the way until I was 12, all the way until junior high school, because she was going to make sure that I was dressed like a little girl. No exceptions. There were certain things that I could not do. That's why I'm the woman I am today. There's certain things my mom didn't do. She didn't have a whole bunch of niggas in and out of her life. Because my father and her broke up, before I was born. She's been with the same man for the past 25 years. There was no revolving door of men. My mother was always dressed modestly. When she got pregnant with me, she went back to church. So you're supposed to skirts and everything covered. And then when she got with her husband, we became conscious. So, she started wrapping her hair, wearing African, in situations, but it's still in modesty, all covered up. If you compare me and my mom, I'm worse than she is, because, I show a little cleavage now and then, If I'll show my legs, but I have a system that goes along with that. If my legs are out, all this right here is covered. If the girls is out just a little bit, everything down here is covered. Now, I'm technically not a big girl anymore, technically. But I still have that mindset. I still, I still do not want to show off my body like that. That is specifically for my king. That is not for everybody else to see. This is precious. And not everyone is qualified. And that's how all of you should feel. That's how we all should feel about ourselves. It should not be cool to just show off your ass. That should not be cool. I don't care what size you are. These skinny chicks shouldn't do it either. We are more than that. Again, we gave birth to this world, and we should be respected as such. We're not just pieces of meat or just toys to be played with. Sex shouldn't sell. And the only way that changes is if we stop buying it. It sells because someone is buying it. You don't buy it, it won't sell. Point blank and period. This is real simple. But y'all have to we have to make better choices. You have to choose what's more important to you. Your right to do certain things, or what's appropriate and what's best. We got to do better, man. We have to do better. So, poor Lizzo. I really hope that she gets some different people around her. And I really hope that her fans, those of you who are bigging her because she's a new artist, y'all need to start buying. Y'all need to start, I don't know how you can tell her or make her feel some type of way, but y'all need to, make her feel comfortable with keeping her clothes on and still listening to her music. Put more emphasis on her talent than the way she looks. If you're going to idolize her because she's talented, not because she's big. Doesn't matter big or small, that girl can sing. That's what you're supposed to be buying her, you know what I'm saying, supporting her for her music. So if you like her music, then promote that. Stop making these artists, you know what I'm saying? You can say what you want, but stop making them feel like this is what they need to do. Start buying and start supporting those who are doing things differently. That's how you will let the industry know that, okay, this is the wave we need to be on. This is what we're going to support. We don't want to see that no more. We don't want to hear that anymore. This is the new wave. Only we can do that. All right? So that's all I got. I appreciate y'all giving me your time and your energy. Love up on yourself. Love of self. I promise you it gets rid of 90% of your issues. Majority of things that we go through and the decisions that we make that are, you know what I'm saying, not conducive to us, most of the time is based off the fact that we don't love ourselves, or we don't value ourselves the way that we should. Because when you think about the things that you value, your car, your money, your whatever it is, you're not about to, you spend some money on a car, you're not about to just let anybody drive it. You know what I'm saying? You set up your house a certain way, you buy certain, you're not just going to let anybody come through and fuck up your house. Because it's valuable to you. So your life and your body needs to be the same. You have to see the value in you. Because once you see that, you'll know how to teach everybody else. You'll attract differently. I promise you. I promise you. There's just certain type of men that will not talk to me. I don't care how cute they think I am. But because of my energy and the way that I present myself, like I said, I exude love of self. So they already know they going to move on. They're not even going to bother me. They're going to say, hey, queen, peace, sister, and keep it moving. Because they already know. That's the type of energy you need to have. You need to be that natural sage. I'm trying to tell you. Be that natural sage. You can do it. But it starts with self. Okay? So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all giving me your time and energy again. As y'all can see, I'm promoting Tiffy's Corner today. Got my shirt on and my little sticker tattoo. Y'all definitely need to return to the essentials. Join the wave. Okay? I know the holidays are coming. So ladies, go on and get your soaps now. I had someone tell me just on Monday while I was doing live, just how great my skin and glowing it was. Now, I have not been eating the way I'm supposed to, being honest, you know what I'm saying? But because I have been using my TV Corner soap bars for my face, it has definitely been hooking a sister up. Okay? So yeah, I definitely try. We have all types of products for all different types of things, and everything is natural, everything is fresh, and everything is good for you. Okay? Also, we have our meditation bracelets in there. I promise you, definitely helped me out while I was in Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with a death. You know what I'm saying? Anything that keeps me connected, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To nature, you know what I'm saying? To the spirit, I'm all about. Okay, so this is what we do here at Tiffy's Corner. So you make sure that y'all go to tiffyscorner.square.site. Make sure you use Plump Queen code. You're going to get 10% off every purchase. I don't care if you order today or tomorrow, next year, 10 years from now. You use Plump Queen, you're going to get 10% off, okay? I save you money. You know, let's do this, okay? So definitely join the wave. Get you your bar soaps. Definitely try the Shungite goat bar. We have a situation going on with Flint, Michigan. Shungite, if you don't know what that is a stone that is found in Russia. It pretty much is a natural way to alkaline and to purify, you know what I'm saying, water. And it's also good for protection. So now I remember when I first elevated in my consciousness, I had connected with a numerologist. And this sister had told me that I should wear, you know, Shungite around my neck, or at least on my body somewhere, you know what I'm saying, at all times, you know, to protect me and things of that nature. So I definitely did that, but it kind of messed up, it broke, I dropped it, something like that. So I got to sit up somewhere else. But with this Shungai Go bar, instead of me having to wear something over my neck, I now wash my body, literally, with protection. Super duper dope, something that you absolutely need to try out. And not only will you be protecting yourself and your energy and your body, you'll also be helping 4 families in Flint, Michigan with filtration systems so they can now have clean water. Okay? So, helping Flint and helping yourself all in one. That's what I said. We got to make better choices. We want different images. We want different things. So we have to start supporting different things. Okay? So join the wave. TV's Corner. I love, love, love y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. And we will see y'all back here on Friday. Be inspired, y'all. Peace.